Hello everybody, it's Filipe Barros here, your West Coast swing and solo dance teacher, and it's a joy and a privilege to help you on your dance journey. And I've got solo dance styles influences in styles like commercial and hip hop, street jazz, ballet and more. And in today's video, we're looking at hip catches. We're going to look at different ways to get into hip catches, and I'm going to be giving some good points for our leaders and followers. So, looking forward to show you. Cool, so again, we have our lovely Ha here. Thank you very much for helping me out, Ha. And we're looking at hip catches, and this adds a nice variety into our West Coast swing. So yes, what makes West Coast swing really cool is that we don't always have to connect here. We have different connection points. It could be, so basically in between our joints, it could be in the forearm, the tricep area, it could be here, and the followers is always trying to fill that space, as Ha is demonstrating amazingly there. And they can also connect on the hips, or on the bottom of the ribs, hips, and so on. Again, those are really cool things to add. It has different variety. And when we connect on the hips, the follower has free arms, so they can do stuff that they want to, have more freedom as well. So we're going to show you some ways to get into it, and what you can do once you're in it as well. So the classic we have is the roll in, roll out. So the roll in, roll out looks like this. It's a 1 and a 2, 3 and 4 and 5, hold 6. Again, always gradual weight transfers there. And now we've got the hip of our follower. So that's the first way we can get into a hip catch. So for the roll in, roll out, it's a really cool classic move we can use there. I'm always moving that way, I've noticed as well. So it's like our inside roll, where we go 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6. But we're now going to use my right to the follower's left, and I like to go 1 and 2. Some people will prep the first one straight forwards and the second one slightly to the side, or you can prep the second one slightly faster, which will also accelerate one hip faster than the other. So it's 1 slightly faster on 2. So there are different ways to lead it. And then from here, also you can be facing your follower, or I can be facing here as I do it. I think this adds a nice angle when you do it that side, but you can choose artistically what you prefer. Yeah, so we'll show you here. We're going to go, so 1 and a 2, 3 and 4. We finish here. My connection I've got here, my forearm against my follower's back, and then I'm going to add a and 5 to add a little moment of acceleration here, and we're going to open up the follower. Some people will kind of move both hands to do it. There's different techniques to do this. Some don't do that. Some use the hand, the inside of the hand, this on this hip to also, they do this to create that. Some people will more like move and be more relaxed about it. So we're here, and I'm going to add that moment of acceleration. I catch, and then I can choose how far I want the follower to develop. I can also, so the hand that's touching the body has the priority connection, but I can also apply some energy away from the lats, and so can the follower here if I want to. It's a different technique. Cool, so we're connected here. The follower is filling the space here with their hip. I'm towards my follower. And now the classic exit from this is normally where I might go backwards, roll my follower, and they will compress against my chest like this. And 3 and 4, and now we have this like compression energy. From here, there's lots of options. I can make my follower go backwards, or I can come backwards myself. But I like to catch early, and then under resisted release, I can control the distance between us, or the follower might come backwards, but I still can have resisted release there. Love resisted release. So I spoke about that in other videos before. I'll see if I can put it up in one of these corners here about resisted release. Great concept in West Coast swing. So we'll do that from the top here. Our roll in, roll out, and a 1 and a 2, 3 and 4 and 5, hold 6 and triple step, triple step. So that's our first look at the hip catch. Again, another option from here is I can actually move out the slot and allow the follower to pass me. But I'm going to be connecting early always to let them know what's going to happen. So I'm here coming out the way, and then I can allow them to pass. That's a really nice way. I often do that as well. You might have a nice little moment of we turn out, the leaders have turn out as we're turning that follower around. Really nice. Yeah. So again, we mentioned about followers filling the space, finding the end of the slot. So what we do here, I'll catch my follower. The spine might be neutral in the middle. And then I might then allow the spine to move a bit more towards the follower's right foot, or more, and they're always filling that space. We get a really nice elastic moment here. And from there, I can even go back in towards my follower, then come out again. But the trick here is nice, yeah. The trick is that this is release as they come this way, this way, this way, both connected to each other. We can feel the weight transfers of the other person, and it's lovely. That's why I love West Coast swing. So we come back here for our rolling roll out, and we go, and a 1, and a 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and then hold 6. And then I'm redirect, so I come out the way here, and that's it. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and a 6. Nice, so that's our first one. We still have more to go. And so our next one for the hip catch was doing a whip with an accelerated moment of rotation and catching the hip. And this feels really nice to do as well. It looks like this. And a 1, and a 2, 3, and a 4, and 5, hold 6, and then the same moment there. Nice. And Hall was allowing me to fill the space, really nice. She was filling it, and then we gradually added more. Really nice, yeah. So again, West Coasting, we're masters of where our weight is, whether it's forwards or backwards or to the side. So we think about where our spine is. That's a good drill you can do, where you're thinking about like you're in a bowl. And you're going to try and touch the edges of your ball. How far before you start to lose your footing? And then, yes, I'm reaching out and then allowing that spine to shift, or both of us, of the partnership. So that was another classic way to get in the hip catch, and then you have your redirections and so on. But also, once we're in the hip catch, there's other things we can do as well. We can roll our follower, catch, and then come back to where we were before, roll, and come back. But always again, it's me shifting the weight into the other hand, and then it goes in the other hand before we shift. It's not have a moment where I release, she's not connected to anything, then I catch her here. She's not connected to anything, I catch her. It's connected to this hand, then we shift, connect to this hand. So we're trying to keep that connection with our follower. I would say it's a nice technique to use. So those feels really nice as well, those redirections. If you're in the advanced division or higher, we often, people might say, we catch the hip, so why don't we add in some extra, some of these here, just to add a different look. And then we can go into our exit here. So we're just adding a bit more complexity to the patterns. But of course, complex patterns isn't the most important thing in West Coast swing. It's dancing to the music, dancing with your follower, and so on. But these are just a layer you might want to think about, the complexity. Our next hip catch was from, I think, the sugar push. So we can do a one-handed sugar push, for example. We're going to change sides so we're facing more towards our lovely audience. And it looks like this. And a 1, and a 2, we catch here, and then I can go for the hip here. Again, we're in a really nice position for the hips there. I like this shape we're both doing. And then from here, we have our options again, what we can do. You can even do this, draper over, and then go back into the position here. And then we can go into our redirect. So that's our next option there to get into hip catch. Quite a nice easy one there, the sugar push. I love one-handed sugar pushes because it frees one side of the follower and one side of the leader. So we use that freedom to then go for the hip, and the follower, of course, is filling that space. So cool, that's a nice one as well. And our final one was from a closed position. So we're in a closed position here. The music is starting, we're grooving to the music, and I might okay, I'm going to go for the hip here, and then I'm going to go for some walks. But obviously, you want to make sure that your follower is comfortable. If you feel like, I don't want to have any connection just yet on the hips, then you can release, of course. But we can then go for our walks like this. And then I might then want to angle as a prep, and then turn, and we can then add our redirections here where I'm shifting from one side. Here, super fun. And then I might want to change with that foot behind me, and then change to the other side of the slot. So again, you can add these walks in any of those hip catches as well. I've now seen people doing this as well, with the hands here. I've never done that before, but I'm sure it can work. I don't know, it feels strange to me, but I have to work on this. Yeah, how does that feel? You can be honest. No. It feels okay. So we're here, and then we can begin doing it. We can go for our grooves, and then I can prep one side, turn, and the follow. A good tip for you as well is when you're being prepped by your leader and you're coming towards the leader, is to compress early as opposed to compressing already here. we compress early, and then you have all this choice if you want of distance. So I'll show you here where me and Barros prepped. She's going to come towards me and compress against my chest, and then we have really nice compression feeling, and I can use that to come backwards or make her come backwards. So that's a good tip as well, followers. Otherwise, you'll crash into your leader, or you'll be too close before you have that compression. It doesn't feel very nice. So enjoy working on those moves, and we'll come more to the center as well, just for you guys. Yeah. And let us know in the comments as well what you found most helpful. If you have any of your own tips as well, we are a supportive community here. And thank you, Barros, for having us. Oh. And yes, and do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. And also, feel free to click on that subscribe button below, and that will help you to get notified when this video is coming. You'll get notifications. I do offer as well private coaching, one-on-one, online and in person, and group as well. It's a privilege to help people. I love helping people with their West Coast swing and solo dance. We can help with things with technique, mindset, confidence, competition dancing, spins, following, leading, and everything really. So contact me if you're interested, and don't forget to enjoy dancing and to be yourself on the dance floor.